Hello, second graders. Mrs. Wood again, here for another second step lesson. So far, we have gone through our entire Skills for Learning unit. So we have talked about how we focus, listen, use our self-talk, and be assertive. We're going to listen to our Be a Learner song. So as you're listening, get some movement out. Let's kind of move our bodies, get warmed up, get our brains starting to work. And as you hear, as you're focusing your attention and listening for our different skills for learning, go ahead and do the different movements that go along with them.
All right, come on, listen now. Be respectful, be skillful, be a learner. Be respectful, be skillful, be a learner. You come to school to learn, well, there's lots of things to see and do, so make the most of it. The power is inside of you. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. The lesson is starting up. Your eyes and ears are focused in. When someone starts to talk, show your respect by listening. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Ha yeah! I think you got it. Keep saying stay on task. Ignore distractions, that's the key. And when you need some help, be sure to ask assertively. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner.
Nice job remembering all of our skills for learning. So now we get to talk about feelings. We are going to be detectives. We are going to look for clues on people's faces and bodies to understand how they are feeling. So I want you to watch this video. I want you to focus your attention on what's happening with people's faces, with their bodies. And I also want you to think about the situation or what's happening in the video, because we can also understand about people's feelings when we understand the situation or what they're going through. So focus attention on the video and let's see what Daniel and his family are experiencing.
Daniel? Daniel?
Daniel? I'm lost!
Daniel, where are you?
Daniel!
Daniel?
You saw what happened in the video. You can see here on the screen Daniel's face. So you can see his face and you understand the situation. He's lost. How do you think Daniel is feeling? Scared? Worried? Nervous? Concerned? Any and all of those feelings are probably what he's feeling right now. And when we look at his face, how do we know that? His eyes are big. His mouth is open. And we also understand the situation. We know that Daniel is lost. And so I want you to think about what you look like and what your body feels like when you are scared. So pretend for a moment, put that scared expression on your face. So what I noticed, just like Daniel, I felt my eyes get big, my mouth opened. I almost like took a gasp, like I could feel my muscles get tight. My heart started beating fast. So those are all clues that help us understand feelings. And for any of us who have ever been lost before and haven't known where we're at, we understand what it's like to feel scared in that situation. So we have all different kinds of feelings. Is scared a comfortable feeling or an uncomfortable feeling? What do you think? Comfortable feelings are feelings that feel good to us, that we enjoy or like to feel. Uncomfortable feelings do not feel the best. Now, it is okay and normal to have uncomfortable feelings, but what we know is that they just don't feel very good to us. So is scared, what Daniel is experiencing, a comfortable or an uncomfortable feeling? Yeah, uncomfortable, right? It doesn't feel good to feel scared or worried or nervous. And again, totally normal for Daniel to feel scared in this situation. Let's now look at some pictures of the other people in Daniel's family and see if we can use our detective skills to look for the clues on their faces and bodies to understand how they are feeling. And again, we know the situation, right? Same situation. So in this picture, you have Daniel's dad. I want you to look at his face and his body. How do you think that he is feeling right now? Probably very similar to what Daniel's feeling, right? He's scared, he's worried, he doesn't know where his son is. That's the situation. And if you look at his face looks very similarly to Daniel's, right? His eyes are wide open, his mouth is open, he's looking, he looks concerned, he looks worried. So given the situation, he is having a feeling that is very similar to what Daniel is feeling. So let's take a look at another picture. Here's Daniel's mom. Same situation, right? Her son is missing. So look at her face. How do you think that she is feeling? Worried? Concerned? Her face is a little bit different. It's not kind of the same scared face, but when we're concerned or we're worried, sometimes our lips get kind of tight, like, and our eyes get very focused. And she's probably thinking in her head, oh, where's Daniel? What happened to him? I hope he's okay. We need to find him. right? So she's also got that self-talk going on in her head, which is driving that feeling that we're seeing on her face. But for all of them right now, it's the same situation, right? Daniel is lost and everybody is feeling scared, worried, concerned, nervous. All of them have very similar uncomfortable feelings because it's a very uncomfortable situation, right? All right, so let's look at another picture. Now, we haven't seen this happen in the video yet, but I want you to see if you notice anything different in the next one. So now we see a picture of Daniel's dad and Daniel's little brother. Do they have the same facial expressions that as we just saw in the previous 3 pictures? No. They do not look scared or worried or concerned. If you look at their faces right now, how does it look like they're feeling? Happy? Relieved, maybe? So we don't know yet what happened. We're going to learn in our next lesson. But what we can tell is probably something changed in the situation that caused their feelings to change. So where before Daniel was lost, they had uncomfortable feelings, scared, worried, concerned, but now they're happy. So we think to ourselves, something must have happened. The situation must have changed for them to go from an uncomfortable feeling to looking happy or having a comfortable feeling. So I want you to wonder and ponder what might have changed, and we'll learn more about it next week. So we have practiced being detectives for feelings. We can look at people's faces and bodies and get a good understanding of how that person might be feeling. And people don't even need to say anything or even say words, but just by noticing the expression on people's faces, we can understand how they're feeling. And that's really important for a lot of reasons. And we're going to talk more about that as our lessons go on. Now, I'm going to show you some different feelings, faces. I'm not going to say a word, but I'm going to see if you can guess how I'm feeling just by the expression on my face. Okay, are you ready? All right, here's the first one. What feeling did that look like? Tell me. Sad, right? I didn't even say one word, did I? But you could tell by my facial expression, everything just kind of got droopy, right? My head went down, my eyes went down, my mouth went down, my shoulders went down. Those are clues that tell us that somebody is feeling sad. And again, I didn't even have to say a word. You looked at me and you knew. All right, let's try another one. Ooh, what feeling was that? Yeah, I looked mad, didn't I? Mad has very distinctive facial expressions, right? Our jaw gets tight, our face gets wrinkly, our eyes get really small as we're glaring. I don't know if you could see my fist, but my muscles got tight. I could feel my fists. Those are all the clues that show us that somebody is feeling mad. All right, let's try one more. What feeling's that? Happy. Yes. We smile, we sit a little bit taller, our eyes might get kind of crinkly and our cheeks get puffy because we've got a big smile. Those are clues that someone is feeling happy. So I want you to really focus. We are noticing people's feelings every day, and we really don't even think very much about it, do we? But I want you to really this week practice noticing people's feelings and trying to understand. You guys are on your Zoom meetings and you have the opportunity to like see your classmates and your teachers' faces. And even if they're not saying anything, their faces are giving you clues as to how they're feeling. And so we're going to talk about how when we understand people's feelings, then we can use a superpower that we all have to try and help people. But that is to come. So, boys and girls, now that we've talked about being feelings detectives and looking for clues, you have a home link that's going to be coming along with your lesson. And so now you get the turn to be the teacher. Remember, as the teacher, you get to teach somebody else about what you've learned today. So you can talk to somebody else about how we have the ability to look at people's faces and their bodies and to understand how they are feeling, even if they don't say a word. Okay? All right, everybody. I hope you have a super, super wonderful week. Work hard, do your best, teach somebody else about being feelings detectives. And I look forward to seeing you again next time where we're going to continue. We're going to find out what happened, how the situation changed that caused Daniel's dad and his brother to look like this. Bye, everybody.